Hello and welcome if you're new to my channel, and if you're a subscriber, a warm welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be going through two comments I received in the last month from two doctors asking for work bag recommendations. The first comment goes as follows: I'm, however, still looking for the perfect work bag. For context, I'm a doctor, so I don't want to flash some brands in front of my patients. But at the same time, I want a perfect work bag that is made out of the best material, and I can wear it for the next 20 years and still look polished and respectable. My response to this comment was, firstly, I have a couple of styles in mind, but they're only coming out later in the year. When the brands release the styles, I'll talk about them as is. I'm not allowed to talk about them as yet. And then my second response that I actually just want to add before I continue, in case I haven't made it clear enough, I am somebody who doesn't believe professionally and also personally in buying bags as an investment, in the sense that you buy a bag, you wear it for a year or two, sell it and get something else. I'm all for a very carefully curated selection of bags, 6, 7, 8 styles, depending on what works with your lifestyle, your needs, your taste, your budget. You buy the very best you can afford and you enjoy those bags and use them literally to death, or unless of course you give them to someone else, or they become heirlooms, for example. But you go for the very best and you enjoy those bags. I don't understand and don't believe in this whole concept of buying and selling bags and having constant turnover. So it's something I will never recommend or entertain unless there's a context to the video. But I always work on the premise of you're buying something that you're going to use for the rest of your life and really enjoy. So buy the best you can afford. My second comment: I'm a young doctor and looking to invest in bags. Many years ago, a friend told me that her dad, who's also a professional, a lawyer to be exact, would use luxury items in front of his clients as it's a sign of success. Now, as a professional, I wonder if the same goes with my patients. What do you think? Well, I think your friend's dad was right. There's certain careers, certain professions where you need to show a certain level of wealth, because that equates to I'm doing well in my job and therefore I'm being paid. I have additional disposable income to splurge. I'm good at my job. I'm getting the business. I'm thinking other careers like insurance, investment banking, management consultancy, retail, for example. I remember my investment banking days, different levels: analysts, associates, executive directors, managing directors. You would see different wealth indicators. They all wore different brands, different styles, different watches, for example, at each level. And I remember distinctly, as a junior, speaking to an analyst who was stressed out about wanting to spend her entire bonus on buying a Rolex watch because she wanted to fit in with everyone. There were certain key indicators that you had made a certain amount of money, you'd earned a certain amount of money, you'd also received a certain bonus that would enable you to buy certain items that were key indicators to show to your friends, to clients. There was a lot of peer pressure. But as you go up the levels, you'll notice with managing directors, the clothes they would wear, they were tailored, the brands, the craftsmanship, the quality of the materials, absolutely exquisite. And that went to show to their peers, to clients, that I'm good at my job, I'm getting paid, and you see the outward appearance. That attracts business to you as a professional. Whether we like it or not, it is what it is. But there are definitely other professions, like, for example, medicine, the extended medical field. Think of psychiatrists, counselors, therapists as well, I'd include in that. But also throwing people in the public and charity sectors. These are professions or careers, areas of work where you are coming in contact with people from fairly diverse backgrounds. Some are struggling financially, emotionally, for example. Some are coming from incredibly poor backgrounds. It's typically people who are vulnerable, people in need. And therefore, I think it's best to err on the side of caution, because imagine you're dealing with someone as a doctor in a housing estate. You're with people who are homeless, who are hungry, who are stressed, who are drug addicts, and then you're exhibiting phenomenal wealth. And these are people who possibly steal, struggle to make ends meet. I just don't think it's appropriate. I would still say, in these professions, wear expensive clothes, carry expensive handbags, but understated, low-key, no fuss, minimal branding, discreet bags. I'm going to offer a selection of 6 bags, a fairly diverse selection of some styles I haven't spoken about before that I think would work within the medical space, but I will also create additional content later in the year. I'm Anesu Sagonda, and I produce educational luxury content for anyone after the finer things, whether you're new to money and wanting to learn how to navigate the terrain, or you're into luxury but you want to focus more on quality under the radar brands, or you're young and starting out in life and wanting to reap the benefits of buying quality from the get-go, then my content is geared towards you. My first recommendation is from Spanish brand Loewe, and it's the Flamenco bag in the large size. A buttery, soft, sumptuous Napa calfskin. The large size specifically comes with the 2 handles, attached handles, so you can carry it over the shoulder. You also get an additional strap so you can carry the bag over the shoulder as well, or crossbody, just drops a little lower. It's one big compartment in the bag, and then you have a zipped pocket that runs the full length of the bag. Drawstring, not a drawstring detail. It's a simple bag, but the buttery soft calfskin, well made, something a little different. In the middle doesn't have a zip to close the bag, but it has the magnetic clasp that closes the bag, and then you have the zipped compartment on the inside to secure your goods. The second recommendation is a bag I recently spoke about from Moynat. I'm going to attach the video above, and it's the Gaby bag, specifically in the PM size. The Gaby only comes in the tube color with the gold hardware. Top handle bag, which you can carry effortlessly from day to evening. Also comes with an additional strap so you can carry it over the shoulder crossbody if you need to carry other things or you're running around. But it's a simple, beautifully made, good quality bag that would fit within the non-showy, low-key professions. My third style is the Perriand bag that I've also spoken about from Mètier, together with the Cessia from Loewe. I'm going to attach the video above. The Perriand comes in a number of sizes. I would be inclined to recommend, depending on how much you carry, either the city size or the all day. The all day is actually a borderline weekend bag. It's fairly roomy. Every season you have the option of either a suede or a couple of leather options, either a smooth leather or a gently textured leather, and they come with the beautiful knitted 2 handles on top. Bag also comes with an additional pouch included with the bag, which you can remove and carry it separately, or you put your bits in and they're secured within the bag and you close it with the zip. My fourth recommendation is a brand I have yet to talk about. It's coming. I'm just a little mindful of the fact that I have a fairly diverse viewership. People don't necessarily want to only see handbag content, so I need to be mindful of not making too much handbag content. But I have an Italian brand I'm going to talk about a little later in the summer, Serapian Milano, owned by Richemont, and they typically provide quite a few of the leather straps for the watch brands within the Richemont group. When it comes to handbags, I highly recommend their Secret Tote, one of their iconic styles. It comes in either the eye-catching woven design, the Mosaico, which is their signature weave, or you get it in the Ruggeda leather, which is a very gently fine textured calfskin. Slight difference in price, about £500 between them, depending on which one you go for. But I would say go for the eye-catching Mosaico. Very similar to, think along the lines of the Intrecciato from Bottega Veneta. My fifth is the Margaux 15 from the Row, but it's with a caveat. It's a very expensive bag. Depending on the color and details, you're either going to be paying £4,000 through to about £4,500. Thick, sumptuous leather that they use, fantastic leather. The bag looks the part, it looks expensive. It's your typical, your quintessential doctor's bag style. But the inside is lined using fabric, which to me at that price point is absolutely shocking. Unless you see this bag on sale, please do not buy full price. Do not pay full price for this bag, considering it's fabric lined on the inside. It looks the part, it looks expensive, it's beautiful, and particularly in the burgundy color, it's absolutely exquisite. But please only buy this bag if you see it on sale. You're better placed spending even a little less. I have a couple of custom focused brands that produce bags priced between £2,000 to £3,000 using similar or better quality leather, and leather lined on the outside as well as inside. At that price point, you need leather both on the inside and also the outside. And then my final recommendation is the Serie S from Valextra, Italian brand Valextra. It's a style that they've discontinued, and I'm absolutely gutted because the style is beautiful. It's a top handle bag that also comes with a thick strap so you can wear it over the shoulder crossbody. It's a bag that's structured 2 sizes. I'd be more inclined to go with the medium size. That's what I would recommend depending on how much you carry. But you get a lot of options with the bag. So it's the top handle option. Open the bag on the inside, one big compartment, and then on either side of the bag, either walls, 2 little pockets, and then on one side a zipped compartment. Outside of the bag, you have on one side a very discreet pocket that's zipped, and it runs the entire length of the bag. And then on the other side, 2 little pouches, and you can put money or cards in there. Sits very comfortably on the hip when you're carrying it with the additional strap. And then you throw into that, this particular color, the burgundy, is absolutely sensational. It is beautiful, it looks expensive, and then you have the shiny lacquered edge coating that just works with the color as well as the gold lining. It's a beautiful bag. If you see any of the Serie S knocking about in any of their stores or online, please snap it up if you find your color, because it's a beautifully made bag and their signature millipunti, and once it's gone, it's gone. The small size is also cute, and can you see the burgundy with the pink? They actually complement each other well. You can actually buy both and use them for different things. But the Serie S from Valextra is a beautiful bag, and I would recommend any day, every day. I'm going to go back to Valextra in about a week's time. If nobody has snapped it up, I'm going to snap it up for myself. So that's a selection of 6 quick fire bags for somebody who is in a profession where you want to be a little non-showy. As I mentioned, public, charity sector, the broader medical space, these bags are fantastic. You get your mileage, compliments in terms of the look. The bags look expensive, they will last. Beautifully made bags. Any thoughts, any comments, any questions in the comments section down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.